Ensure that the VeloxPlayerPlus and Velox Neuro plugins are activated. Specify the path to the folder with neural models. Set the light source to movable. Import the Velox dataset into the project with default settings. Play the dataset using the media player to see what data is available. Add the data to the level sequencer and place the Velox blueprint actor into the scene. Open Velox Editor. First, use the default pipeline to generate masks and the region of interest for this dataset. Check the results in the 3D space. Here we see that the mesh is not solid. There are some flying artifacts. Let's try to fix it by adjusting the depth data. Return to the Velox editor. Disable or remove unnecessary blueprints from the pipeline. Use the median depth filter and mask depth correction filter tools exactly in this order. The mathematical algorithms in these filters should align the floating geometry with the mesh. Good! We see that the issue is resolved. You can also adjust the edge of the mesh using runtime filters found in the Details tab of the Velox actor. Let's play with the lighting. Add a point light to the scene and adjust its color for clarity. Currently, the mesh is evenly lit. The normals are flat. We can verify this in the buffer visualization. You see, it is in a single color. Let's generate normals for this dataset. There are several tools for this task. We are interested in the normal generator, or DSINN normal generator. Leave the default settings and start the generation. They will generate normal maps, which we will load into our material as video textures. Currently, the result satisfies me, and I'm going to save it to the new dataset for further work in other environments. We also need to create a video texture asset and assign the normal channel we just created to it. Now, let's go to the materials. We can add normals to the base material, but we have another material with additional color correction settings. Select the Velox Player Color Correct material and assign it as the parent. In our instance material, we have a bunch of color correction parameters and also can add normals. Enable these checkboxes and assign the previously created video texture. Let's look again at the buffer visualization. First, without the normal texture, and then with the normal texture enabled, we can see that the texture is applied correctly. Let's play with the light source and see how the mesh with normals reacts to it. The results are much better now. To control the brightness and self-shadow, use the parameters base color strength and base emissive strength. Use the color correction parameter block to adjust the hue by channels, contrast, and other settings. Good results can be achieved by changing the material blend mode from masked to translucent. This will make the edges of the mask transparent, which visually looks better, but this mode has several limitations. For more details, refer to the Unreal Engine documentation. There is also a solution for real-time normals generation. To demonstrate this feature, I will again enable the buffer visualization and disable the normals in the material. Then, In the Velox actor, I will activate the Compute Normals parameter. Now, the normals are generated in real time. This is quite a resource-intensive process, so I do not recommend keeping this function enabled without necessity. Let's import the saved dataset with normals into the prepared environment. In the Import window, enable the checkbox Create Normal Video Texture. It will create texture and automatically connect it to the material. Then, follow the same steps as earlier in the blank project. Position the actor in the scene and add the data to the level sequencer. Even with the default settings, we get a fairly good result. I will disable the normals to show how the mesh looks without them. It's definitely better with normals, adding a light source and adjusting the material parameters as done earlier in the blank project. I got pretty good results with these settings. Hope this tutorial will be useful. Create your projects with Velox XR and share your results with us.